one-stop spot for rescue pets. Our next guests, they are doing amazing work saving the lives of senior dogs here in Las Vegas.
These sweet senior dogs would otherwise have no hope if it weren't for the Commander Dog Rescue. Joining us now from the rescue, Darlene Blair. She's a volunteer administrator with Commander. And we have a foster mom here, Heather Jackson, with little Matilda, the senior dog. Welcome.
Welcome. It's good to have you.
Wonderful. So, Commander, the name for the rescue is actually an acronym, CMDR.
Right.
And it was started based on two dogs, Connor and Millie, who inspired this whole rescue to start.
Right.
Tell us about it.
Well, Linda Gilliam is our president and founder. Connor was her very first rescue. She had him, I think, for about a year, and that inspired her to rescue more senior dogs. Connor and Millie's dog rescue, CMDR, is pronounced Commander, and that's how we tell about ourselves.
That's fantastic. And how do you decide which dogs you choose to rescue? Obviously, in a perfect world, we would all be rescuing all of them.
Exactly.
But where do you find that niche? Where do you find which dogs to
Well, our main focus, because of Commander and Connor and Millie, is the senior dog, such as Matilda. These are dogs who have been dumped, abandoned because they're old, either because the people can't afford to pay for medical conditions, or they want the cute little snuggly puppy. And obviously, once a dog gets to a certain age,
look at that.
they're no longer sweet and cuddly, and they don't play. So that's why Commander is focusing on senior dogs who need that special care.
We were just looking at the most beautiful close-up of Matilda. Speaking of senior dogs, how old is she?
She's about 10 years old.
Wow, what's her story?
She was rescued from the local shelter. They had her listed as a stray. She has several medical issues, a few immediate ones that needed attention, emergency surgery. She's been severely neglected. That's basically what we know.
And all she needed is a little love, because she is like melting in
lots
your
of
lap
love,
right now.
medical care, and yes.
So you're a foster. This means you've taken her into your home for what amount of time? And what are your responsibilities as a foster?
You know, however long until she's ready for adoption, until we find that perfect family for her. So we just show our love and take care of her. She has medicines. She needs to be kind of hand-fed still, syringed water. So just kind of take them into our family and treat them as our own.
Good for you.
That's awesome. And you're giving them dignity and love, and it's so awesome, and respect. What's the biggest challenge to the rescue? I mean, I'm assuming having the bodies to be able to have, say, a foster like Heather, to be able to have the funding, to be able to keep this going, a lot of challenges.
Right, and the biggest challenge is the funding. You know, medical care is not cheap.
Yes.
Finding a good vet is foremost, because you can find a cheap vet and it's not a good vet.
Of course.
Our vet is Town Center. They have a fabulous staff of vets there that all focus on our dogs, give us special rates when they can, and they treat our dogs as though they're their dogs. And we can bring our dogs to them at any time. That's one of the things that sets us apart from a lot of rescues, is when we pick up a dog from the shelter, they immediately go to Town Center. They're given a full evaluation, both physically and dental. They're given a fecal test, a flu shot, and they spend the night. If there's any immediate issues that need to be addressed, they stay until those are taken care of.
Gotcha.
Then they go to the foster home.
Darlene, speaking of caring for your pets, we have video here of Rupert.
Right.
He was one of your success stories. Tell us a little bit about Rupert.
Well, Rupert came to us in dire distress near death. He had pancreatitis, he had an upper respiratory infection, and he was close to diabetic coma. He spent 2 weeks at Town Center, got him completely taken care of on his way to recovery. Then after a couple of weeks, his foster mom notified us that he completely stopped eating.
Oh, no.
Just refused to eat anything, chicken, ground beef, anything. She immediately took him to Town Center. They did x-rays and found that he had an obstruction.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
He went into surgery, 5 hours worth of surgery.
What was the obstruction?
shoes,
Oh, God.
pieces of shoe, pieces of carpet, and something they could not identify that
yes.
had been in there for years.
Oh, Rupert.
Which is what caught that other
Rupert.
stuff. Like,
Right.
wow.
Well, it was a combination of things.
Darlene, we're running out of time, and I think it's very important that you mention you do something really amazing in terms of following up with the medical care with people who adopt your dogs.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Well, it's hard to find adopters who want to take in dogs like Matilda.
Yeah.
And
It could be
keep them.
expensive.
Right. Well, anyone that adopts a Commander dog, their medical expenses and medicine are covered for the life of the dog.
No kidding.
Isn't that amazing?
That is
Rupert
fantastic.
was taken to Montana, where he is living the life of Riley now. The last picture you can see
He's on the farm.
the difference
Yeah.
between Rupert when he was sick and Rupert now.
Aw.
We pay for his special food for his diabetes
Oh,
and
wow.
his insulin for the rest of his life.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing. I'm so inspired by what you're doing. Look at this little face.
So cute.
John, seriously. Take
great having
advantage of this special offer today. When you adopt a senior medical dog, all the medical care is covered by Commander Rescue for Life.
Well, that's phenomenal. We encourage you to get involved and change the life of a serving animal by fostering or adopting. You can contact Commander Dog Rescue at the website on your screen. They also have great information on their Facebook page. Catch up with their events and the whole shebang. We'll be back.
Good job, you guys.
Okay, this is a